아침 3시 15분이 지나고 있습니다. 아침에 책을 좀 읽겠습니다. Discover your strengths. These blueprints or intention have since become so embellished that they are almost unrecognizable. But now this context scene reveals them again. How to have a good year every year. The 4-point power plan for maximum performance. If you work in an organization that is growing like the Marriott Corporation or MCI, there are opportunities to innovate right where you are. Visitor guide with maps and vouchers. Beautiful sound, scenic flight. Experiencing Milford sound up close and the personal. Don't sweat the small stuff for women. I admit that my problems are minimal. Compared to most people, so indulge me as I share with you a day where Murphy's Law definitely applied to all sorts of small stuff. Invaluable, the secret to become irreplaceable. NVAs for short, Jason added quickly. The bare necessities of business, building a company with heart. Figuring out how much to spend on paid advertising is tricky. Are you poorly charged? The 3 keys to energizing your work and life. Are you contributing to society through what you do every day? Now panic and freak out. Any idiot can face a crisis. It's day-to-day living that wears you out. A seat at the table. How top-sales people connect and drive decisions at the executive level. These are the people who others in the organization go to when they need a decision that directly affects their abilities to get a job done. How to have a brilliant life, your time. When it comes to charity, don't expect the government to fund everything. Rework. Ignore this book and your own pattern. Start building your audience today. From stress to success in just 31 days. Clean it up and organize. The Starbucks of the experience. In 2004, when troops were deployed in both Iraq and Afghanistan, Marine Sergeant H apparently heard a story from a friend who had heard it from yet another person. What to say when you talk to yourself? powerful new technique to program your potential for success. What is this simple key that is claimed to unlock such great treasure? Winners always quit. The process is dominated by your subconscious mind, even if you use your conscious mind to formulate or rationalize the final decision. The way up ping, the journey to the great ocean. What he observed was most strange. Don't sweat the small stuff in love. We would arrive at home to not one or two, but sometimes 10 or 12 large bags of food. Secret of happy people. Your best your best today is tomorrow. The Memory Bible. Brain training without straining. Physical exercise appears not only to keep brain Physical the exercise appears not only to keep brain cells alive, but also to grow new neurons. I eat my peas with honey. I've done it all my life. It makes the peas taste funny, but it keeps them on the knife. Quit like a millionaire. No gimmick, luck, or trust fund required. Which would send him scudding back to the whiteboard. How to fail at almost everything and still win big. The kind of story of my life. Persuasive words and praises. Is there anything you can do for me? Life storming. Creating meaning and achievement in your career and life. Are you mentally fit? Me, building a powerful brand to achieve career success. Don't be their spam. Personalize each communication. so that you connect with your target audience. Where is there no life on the other planet? It was assumed that light, water, and oxygen, as seen at the Earth's surface, were necessary to life, and we know that none of the other planets have these surface conditions. Toward positive youth development. Some parents might like a core knowledge school associated with the series of educator uh, E who emphasized learning broad swaths of academic material. An essential school associated with the series of Educator T, who emphasized in-depth knowledge of a smaller number of topics, or a multiple intelligence school associated with the series of Educator H, who says each person has 8 intelligences: linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily, the kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalistic, and that conventional schools tend to ignore several others. Financial freedom, a proven path to all the money you'll ever need. An S&P 500 fund is similar, but tracks only shares of the top 500 large companies in the United States. Other design professionals outside your specialty. The skinny rules, the simple, non-negotiable principles for getting to sin. 12-ounce water or almond milk. I use 6 ounces of each, but see which you prefer. They say I'm going to stand beside you, no matter what. They're going to stand beside you, no matter what, and they mean it. How to become CEO. Find and fill the data gaps. In business, when someone says I think or we believe or it's my opinion, that means they don't know. Flipping burgers to flipping millions. The hard work is done. Presentation skills. How to take it to the next level as a competent, engaging presenter. Success is in the air. YouTube secret. She was then able to send the traffic to her channel. Character. We have to be on our guard against small trouble, which by encouraging we are apt to magnify into greater ones. Pros and cons. There is also some confusion about exactly what counts as the UN, because organizations like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank are notionally connected to it by financially and operationally separate. Generally, these can be excluded as there is plenty of material without them. How anyone can invest profitably in the world's best market. You might consider a windmill stock instead of all futures. Weather for dummies. Their hailstone caused $1 billion a year in property damage and crop losses. How not to age. The scientific approach to getting healthier as you get older. The plants produce these compounds to save their own green bus. From scarcity. Life. Being human in the age of artificial intelligence, you don't feel a thing, but your body stays in great shape. You can be happy no matter what. The principle of the present moment. Much has been said about living in the moment. The psychology of wealth. Understand your relationship with money and achieve prosperity. With gratitude, Dee recognized that she had made not one, but two dreams come true, her own and her mom's. Decisive. How to make better choices in life and work. If a superintendent hatches an ambitious new plan for her district and pushes through against opposition, she's taking a big risk. 222 Prosperity Affirmation. How to speak prosperity and abundance into your life. Some of these are my personal affirmations that were created by me, while others are affirmations that I gathered from certain websites that I have adopted in my daily routine. Choose your story, change your life. I'll never forget the conversation with Jay's doctor. Jay said, always day one, how the tech titans plan to stay on top forever. The other faction, the future starters, believed Microsoft should risk cannibalizing Windows to build for the next state of computing. Your next move, how to make a successful career change. The expectation of an impartial performance measurement system is quite simply necessary for survival, said C. Though the power of secret identities to transform your life. They didn't realize we were equal partners. Secrets of great rainmakers, the keys to success and wealth. Politeness, persistence is performance. Game changers, game changers. I use polyphenomenal because I created it. The food industry attempted to solve this problem by developing trans fat, which are a byproduct of hardening vegetable oil to make them more stable and that mimic saturated fat. Saturated fat. The art of work, a proven path to discovering what you are meant to do. I'm saying that some risks are worth taking and that we take them, opportunities open up, and so far it has worked out. Intelligence, the creative response to now. That's the whole game of politics. Be cunning, be more cunning than others. Keep calm for ladies. The willingness to accept the responsibility for one's own life is the source from which self-respect springs. The signal and the noise. Why so many predictions fail but some don't. The Pacific Island nation of Nauru, by contrast, consumes about as many calories as South Korea per day, but the obesity rate there is 79%. Persuasive presentation, send your ideas. The key to getting and holding their attention is having new things continually happen. Doing work you love, discovering your purpose, and realizing your dreams. Support how they are. His teacher said he had no voice at all and could not sing. The 100 Simple Secrets of Successful People. 6 in 10 top managers report that they have lost the friendship. They have lost friendship among co-workers who are not promoted as fast as they were. Having concrete goals increase competence by 50%. 240 speaking topics. For this reason, I like to pick out interesting pieces to shoot my uniqueness. Winning with the people. Many of the lessons we learned are things that you may also find valuable. What I learned about the celebration principle. Money rules, the simple path to lifelong security. Don't budget while you are dieting. Don't diet when you are budgeting. The 6 most important decisions you'll ever make. Why not live your life as you would want them to live theirs? Eat their lunch. Winning customers away from your competition. Your knowledge of the technical components of your solution does not need to match your subject matter experts, but you also cannot be a know-nothing. Success is not an accident. An architect must cultivate the mental version of the home he's designing before he developed the actual blueprint. Success is not an accident. Made it to stick. Why some ideas survive and others don't. Improving moral involve creativity and experimentation and mastery. You can heal your life. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. Change is the natural law of my life. Summary of 12 rules for life, an antidote to chaos. Parents can leave a sad effect on their children if their circumstances are gloomy. The miracles of your mind. Are you ready to unlock your true potential? Life is forever seeking to express itself through man. Meditation to heal your life. I have plenty of time. I have. All is well. I have everything I have. The Data Detective. 10 easy rules to make sense of statistics. The situation in the Secretary Hospital was catastrophic. The practicing mind, developing focus and discipline in your life. The key word here is achieving. The don't sweat the affirmation. Kindness flows naturally from me. The brain that changed itself. television triggers. This response at a far more rapid rate than we experience it in life, which is why we can't keep our eyes off the TV screen, even in the middle of an intimate conversation, and why people watch TV a lot longer than they intend. The Authentic You, a girl's guide to growing up fearless and true. What are you talking about? Improve your marketing to grow your business. Insight and innovation that drive business and brand growth. We do business with IBM, and they want to operate their corporate travel program through our hotels. Service is front stage, positioning services for value advantage. It is about time to test the value, to test the value and usefulness of the concept and models developed so far. The paradox of choice. Why more is less? I think it is safe to say that slamming a car door on your hands is unequivocally bad, and that reciprocated love is unequivocally good. Prosper. Create the life you really want. Prosper is the perfect book for these uncertain times. The New York Times Style magazine. Young Wei looks at a team up with outdoor survival gear for a high passion adventure into the wild. Fresh foresight, how to see the invisible and do the impossible, redefine and reinvent. In a town of 16,000 residents, fully one quarter of the population worked at the company, whose address served as a statement of corporate philosophy as well as its physical location. Do the impossible. On digital. And in January 2010, Google shocked the world. Google shocked the world by revealing that it was considering pulling out of the world's largest market of internet users, China, because its state systems had been hacked into by people believed to be Chinese. The art of closing the sale. The key to making more money fast in the world of professional selling. The more the prospect wants what you are selling, the less concerned she'll be about the price. You can heal your life. They are afraid to throw out clothes that have been in the closet for years because they might need them someday. Finding your element. More than 100,000 uses are involved in free the children today. Isn't it time you started using their secret? Thank you guys. You know who you are. The Wall Street Journal Guide to Information Graphics. The do's and don'ts of presenting data, facts, and figures. To show the performance of a stock against an index and its peer group, it is common to plot the return with reinvested dividends of a hypothetical $100 investment in each of them. How to lead. That doesn't happen anymore. That's truly tragic. That's truly tragic. There are a lot of reasons for it, but we needed to cure that. Lend me your ears, greatest speeches in history. It's all I can say anyhow. I do believe that's all I want to say about the technique of composing talk. Branding only works on capital, but the trend had begun. How to survive your first year in teaching. Some time-saving tips. However, there are some educationally sound ways of saving time with marking. For instance, doing some of it within lessons. The liar in your life. The way to truthful relationship. Beyond eliciting a greater willingness to suspend disbelief. The truth brand also seems to have an emotional component. Crazy like us, the globalization of the American psyche. Most of those sales were still in the United States, but there are wide agreement that lucrative international markets had yet to be tapped. Lessons in unconventional thinking. Think about how you can use your business's expertise and competitive advantage to make a difference. The Fred factor, how passion in your work and life can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Mistakes. It depicts. If defects happen to things, mistakes happen to process. Selling. Success in selling. The salesman masters the art of time management. The professional salesman plans so that he spends as much time as possible with the customer and as little as possible in traveling between seeing customers. Aspect of Britain and the USA. The Appalachian Mountain. The Piedmont Hills to the east of the main peaks are the most highly productive agricultural land in the country after the Midwest. grit, the power of passion and perseverance, and that ethic still guide her today. Strategies of the Serengeti. Coca-Cola has no history of this type of threat to refer to, no reference point about the industries where this type of threat has been successfully repulsed. repulsed. They must make the appropriate strategic response, leveraging their strengths and removing their weakness. The color scarlet is mentioned 52 times in the Bible. Faces of the USA. Then mother and daughter read, draw, paint, and watch TV together. Mathematics. 100 ways to motivate the others. When you think about how hard your work is more important than any so-called interpreted reality about your work. Winners take all. There was another camp of market worlders who had taken to wondering whether the globalist dream itself was problematic. Communication skills, eye contact is also important in maintaining the flow of conversation and for gauging the other person's response. Your roadmap for success, you can get there from the here. The greater the influence, the greater the leadership potential and the ability to get others to work with you to accomplish your dream. Organize your job search. Simple solution for finding the job you want. Your dress shirt should be white or a pale color. Overcoming addiction, the spiritual solution. Very often, I would furiously throw away the last 5 cigarettes in a pack while promising myself to quit. Marketing made simple. How do we get somebody to give us their email address? A game-changing analysis and inspiration for the new generation of economic thinkers. Brilliant, thrilling, and revolutionary. How then are today's high-income economies locked into dependency on GDP growth, and how could they learn to thrive with or without it? Protect yourself at college dating. That prices additional responsibility and friends who can continually annoy you. 12 and a half. Leveraging the emotional ingredients necessary for building success. In this book, I'm trying to get you to fall in love with these 12 and a half traits so that instead of complaining, you can take control and do shit. People buy you. The real secret to what matters most in business. Find out what questions top salespeople in your company ask, in which situation, to which people. Start with why. How great leaders inspire everyone to take the action. She had to hire good fish. A relationship for a lifetime. Everything you needed to know to create a love that lasts. Are you and your partner generally compatible? In life interest and goals. Smart world, breakthrough creativity, and the new science of ideas. Eliot insisted that this context of ideas constitute a kind of collective cultural mind that the great artist is very much aware and comes to see as much more important than his own private mind. Emphasis added. Smart Talk, the public speaker's guide to success in every situation, and they don't have to resort to malicious manipulation to get it. The geography of thought, how Asians and Westerners think differently and why. The compound speakers. The compounded speakers from westernized regions are shifted in a western direction and to the same extent, regardless of language of testing. Who really determine the success of your business? Sales of a first year were terrible. The company story goes. So no one was giving people the right diagnosis of what was happening in the world around them, and most established political parties were offering that was simply not relevant to the age of acceleration. How to connect with nature. This approach helps us to make decisions about the aspect of the nature matrix that we find the most intriguing. How to win friends and influence the people. Neither you nor Napoleon, if he were alive again, could get any good out of an army, while such a spirit prevails in it. And now be aware of rashness. The Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. What to do if someone in your life has a dual personality, or if you do. In our exaggerated anger about other people's faults. Perfect praise for meetings. One way to avoid that perception is to the extent possible, since no one is ever viewed as totally impartial, is to do your best to allow all the participants a reasonable amount of time to make their point. The full catastrophe living. This can completely change the way you think about your body and your illness, and can provide you with a renewed faith in your ability to control what previously seemed uncontrollable. Find your why. A client once requested we take 150 people through a workshop that we generally do with 40. One is with all life. The joy of being, which is the only true happiness, cannot come to you through any form, possession, achievement, person, or event, through anything that happens. That joy cannot come to you ever. It emanates from the formless dimension within you, from consciousness itself, and thus is one with who you are. Show your work. 10 ways to share your creativity and get discovered. Sounds a lot like the creative process, huh? Identify your fellow uh, knuckle. I recently became fascinated by the baseball pitcher. R's pitch is the knuckleball, a slow, awkward pitch that's really hard to throw with any kind of consistency. Knuckleball. Harnessing our digital future. All problems get easier to solve. In other words, as both the volume and the diversity of potential solvers go up. Rich brother, rich sister. murder us, murder us. And all the planets and the stars are impermanent, impermanent. Feel the fear and do it anyway. There is nothing to regret. Schools began moving from a 4-year bachelor program to a 6-year professional degree called the PharmD, as women were becoming the majority of graduates from pharmacy school, and their numbers have climbed steadily ever since. The secret art of feeling and growing rich. I should have booked a better hotel. Mismeasuring our lives. To get a sense of how important home production is economically, one has to start by examining how people use their time. Eat, drink, and be healthy. Many detailed studies have since shown that Keyes and his colleagues were on the right track.